Hello and welcome. So I just turned this on. We're going to be talking about rose quartz today, and I'm just going to finish setting up some things here and then we'll get started. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. So I was trying to do a poll for when I came on, and I'm not sure. Oh, here it is. Okay, so wait a second. I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna launch. Does it work if I launch it? Failed to launch. Failed to launch poll. Oh my, failed to launch poll. I wonder why. All right, hold on. Set voting time. I don't know what that means. I don't even know if this is gonna work. So I'm trying to do this poll. I don't know. Well, I guess for anybody that maybe is watching the replay or whatever, if you know how to do a poll and you know how to do it on live, then please share in the comments below, because apparently I'm clueless. So anyway, let's get started. Well, we'll get started in a minute because it's not quite 1:30 yet. I'm just setting up some stuff. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to do some sage. And like I said, we're going to be talking about rose quartz today. So if you just came in and you're watching the replay because you don't see the live right there, you can fast forward a little bit. And that way you don't have to go through all this smoke. We're going to clear our energy. We're going to clear the space. While we wait, see if anybody pops in. There we go. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, or maybe this is your first time, it's a Zenful Place, and you should see a link. I'm sorry, trying to put this sage out because, well, I guess we can just leave it burning over here. You should see a link in the top corner, and that's a link to my website. So feel free to go there and to visit me, where you can set up books, readings and stuff if you like. And I'm going to do some blogs on there. So my intent is after this, hopefully by this weekend, you could go on to my website and you'll see some blogs. So when I do these lives, the educational ones where you can learn stuff, in this case it's going to be rose quartz, you can then go onto my website and then you can also read the blog and get some additional information. So that's the goal. So having said that, we're going to be talking about rose quartz today, and then at the end of this, it would take like 20 minutes, we're going to do a mini card reading, and it's going to be in conjunction with the rose quartz. So you can ask about love, you can ask about and love doesn't necessarily, well, you know what, we'll get all into that. It's going to be in conjunction with the rose quartz. So before we start, I want to ask a question. And because I wasn't able to do the poll, my question was going to be, do you currently have a collection of crystals? If so, answer yes in the comments below, because I would love to know. Also, in that collection of crystals, do you have rose quartz? So maybe, can we keep this really simple? Comment yes, and then a heart if you have rose quartz, right? Because rose quartz symbolizes love, so the heart will symbolize to me that you do have a rose quartz in your collection. The other thing that you could do that I think would be fun is, if you do have a collection of crystals and you do have rose quartz in your collection of crystals, maybe you can comment below and let us know how you use your rose quartz. There's another thing that I'd be really interested in knowing, as I'm sure people that might be watching this on the replay would be interested in knowing as well. Maybe you can teach us something. So having said all that, let's get started. So rose quartz, okay? Rose quartz is very common in our area. You can find it just about anywhere. And I'm going to start by showing you the different colors of rose quartz, so how it comes. And since it's so common, you can get it in so many different forms, I'm going to say. So here's one, which is mine. You can get it in decorative forms, right? So here's a nice piece. And for the colors, this is a little bit, I'm not gonna say it's on the dark pink side, but it's medium, right? It's a beautiful piece. You can also get it in palm. Okay, this is a palm. This is, I wouldn't say this is dark either, but it's not exactly light. I don't know if that's coming up okay. But anyway, you get the idea. Then it also comes in lighter shades, right? Like a very pale pink. So this would be a pale pink. Maybe if I hold it back here, you can see it a little bit better. So that would be a pale pink. And it also comes, which I don't have one, but they can come in a very, very deep pink, almost, they say it could resemble like a lavender. So it's all pink formations. The other thing with the rose quartz is it doesn't come, or it isn't found as a point. So when you deal with like crystals, regular crystal quartz, you will find them in points. Rose quartz isn't like that. Rose quartz is typically found, and this is in the raw, it's typically found in a mass, right? So big chunks. And then if you were to get something like a point, which I probably have and I should have grabbed, but I didn't, but they'll carve it, right? So they'll carve it into like shapes like hearts. They can carve it into the palm that I showed you, and they can also carve it so that it's more of a point. So that's how rose quartz comes. Then the other thing that rose quartz resonates with is your heart chakra. So that's number 2. So, and it doesn't have any points, which I explained. Now, what is rose quartz known for? So the most common thing that rose quartz is known for is probably unconditional love. Now, a lot of people think of unconditional love, you think of it as far as like relationships. And that's true. Rose quartz is very good for relationships, but it's not necessarily all that it's for when you say unconditional love. It can be for friendship, it can be for family, it could be for pets, it could be for, I don't know, like, oh, self-love, that's a biggie, right? So unconditional love, again, isn't just for relationships, it's for all the above, especially self-love, which a lot of us sometimes neglect and can use a little bit of help with the self-love. It's also for anxiety, it's for stress. It has a very soothing energy to it. So it's a very gentle, calming, relaxing stone. It's also really good, and it resonates with like compassion, kindness, empathy. It's also for protection. So it probably has a whole bunch of more uses than what I just explained, but those are a couple of the most common. Now for empaths and for rescuers, people who like to rescue people, and for people who are empaths, this stone is great for them because it has the compassionate aspect of it and the kindness and the, you know, the empathy part of the stone, which will resonate with their energy. It's also protective. And when I say protective, what it does is it helps the rescuer or the empath when they come in contact with somebody who needs rescuing, because empaths love to rescue. It will help you set boundaries. So it'll protect you that way. It'll help you set boundaries so that you can form, I'm going to call it compassionate detachment. Okay. And what that means is it will help you help that person, right? But also form compassionate detachment, which will allow you to let that person, right, with the understanding that you love them and that you want to support them, but it will let you distance yourself and protect your own energy and understand that each person kind of has their own journey. Do you know what I mean? So it'll let you love that person at a distance, and it will kind of help you with the understanding of letting that person live their own life and walk their own path. At the same time, being able to show them love, but it won't affect your energy as much. I don't know if there's any empaths out there. If there is, definitely comment in the comments below to let us know. But you would know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is common for people that maybe in your family, friends, whichever that might have or might be going through something. So whether it's a breakup, it could be addiction, it could be just a whole bunch of insecurities, it could be anything. And you love that person and You want to go and you want to help them, right? But after they're done with you and after you help them, it kind of leaves you feeling really drained, right? Really drained and really tired. Well, rose quartz, if you had a piece of rose quartz with you, I actually am wearing one. Oops, and it's stuck to my shirt. If you wore a piece of rose quartz, right, that will help protect your energy. Again, letting you have compassionate detachment. So maybe you can be there for your friend, family member, loved one, and you can support them, but at the same time protecting your own energy so it doesn't leave you feeling as drained. What else? So, and it also for like empaths and rescuers, since it's such a gentle and compassionate energy, it also will help the person that you're encountering, right? So for the person who's going through these issues that you were trying to help, it will help them too, because it will let you come across as love and compassion. So it won't leave them feeling, I'm going to say worse for wear, right? So they'll also pick up on this energy too, which might also soothe them as they're trying to seek help from you. So what are the things that we can do with the rose quartz, right? So there's so many different things that you can use it for. And also one of the interesting facts about rose quartz is it's a very, very, very old crystal. And it was actually first found, as far as crafting jewelry stuff, in the Romans. The Romans had it, and the Egyptians, they found it, you know, with the Egyptians. And the Egyptians actually believed that the power of rose quartz would bestow Isis's anti-aging powers. And Isis, if you don't know, is the goddess of fertility, healing, and magic. So the Egyptians believed that there was some great healing energies of the rose quartz, and way back then they were using rose quartz. So now what could you do? What could we do with rose quartz now, this day and age? So jewelry, right? You can wear it as jewelry. So it comes in pendants. I'm wearing all my rose quartz today. You can get it as a bracelet. You can also get it as a ring. I'm sure they have like earrings, and so you can wear it. And since it resonates with the heart chakra, if you had something long like this, you can rest it against your body, which would also start resonating with your heart chakra. So that's really good for heart chakra healing and stuff. The other thing that you could do is meditate with it. And for me, if I'm going to meditate with like a rose quartz or any of that stone, I kind of gravitate towards a palm, right? So I would gravitate towards something like this. On this side, just because it's easy to hold. You can also hold it against, you know, your heart, where your heart chakra is. Each stone resonates with a different chakra. Some resonate with more than one, but rose quartz is best known for the heart chakra. And although the heart chakra is green, green stones and pink stones resonate with the heart chakra. So you would hold it near your heart, and you can do a meditation with it. The other thing that you can do with rose quartz is, hold on one second, I want to show you something, because you can do water, right? So here, because I'm thirsty, rose quartz is also water safe. And as well as water safe, it is also light safe. You don't want to put it out in the baking sun for like hours upon hours upon hours, because something like this, right, which isn't dark, but it's a little bit on the darker side, could start losing its color and start fading. But it's okay to put like on a windowsill or something where maybe it only gets a little bit of light, or maybe some indirect light. I have a couple of crystals over on my right over there that stay by my window, but this window in particular doesn't get full sun all day long, meaning the sun isn't directly shining on them for hours upon hours upon hours. So you could put it in your drinking water. So that's another way to use rose quartz, because then you'll be infused with the healing energies of rose quartz, whether you want to use it for love, right, to attract love. For me, putting it in my water kind of reminds me and gives me the energy to maintain compassion, right, and to be protective from energies, that compassionate detachment, right? So I like to put it in my rose quartz. I like to put it in my water for that, and also just to like for self-love. What else would I put it in there for? I don't really do it for relationship, but you could. So if you wanted to attract love, you could put it in here, and what you would do is you would program, right, the water for what your intention would be. So when I said before that all the different things that rose quartz can do, right, such as like love, compassion, kindness, unconditional love when it comes to family member, friends, pets, self-love, everybody is different. And when I say to put it in your water, you can program your water for whatever areas of your life that you need help in. Some of the other things that you can do is like this, for instance. Something like this you can put in the entryway of your home. So when people walk in, you're welcoming people with that energy, right? With the love and the compassion and the kindness. You can also put it in your bedroom. I have rose quartz in my bedroom, and I keep it on my nightstand. And so every night when I go to sleep, it's right there in front of my face. And it reminds me of being compassionate and empathy and love and unconditional love. And it's very soothing. So it's really good to sleep next with it too, because you'll pick up on the energy of it. It has a high vibration, so it will resonate with you really easy. And when you're sleeping, then you're kind of in the vicinity of the stone for a long period of time, right? Most of us sleep anywhere between 7 and 8 hours. So that's another thing that you can do, is put it by your bedside. You could also use rose quartz in basically anywhere in the house that you want to put it. So if you have company over, they see it again for love and compassion. You can also use it in beauty products. So, and I had one, but I didn't bring it over here, and I don't even know what it is, but they have those face rollers. So you can use it in like a face roller. And I think what that does is it kind of gets the circulation in your face kind of going. And if you were to put that roller, or even like a flat stone, which I have, and I also didn't grab, but it's like this, but it's bigger, and you kind of like rub it against your face like this. And it will get the circulation of your face, you know, flowing, and it kind of gives you a nice glow. But if you put that stone or your roller inside the freezer or inside the refrigerator, it's really good to use, and it feels, oh my God, like so good, especially in the morning if you do it, or even at night, just the coolness on your face. And also for puffiness, like in the morning. So if you don't push too hard, but you know, you roll it. People will also use it too to put on some lotions and cream. So they'll put like I don't know, like a serum or oil on their face, and they'll use this roller, right, to spread it throughout their face. So people use it as that as well. And they also have, like I said, the, I guess they call them discs, where you can massage your face with it. The other thing that you can do with rose quartz is you can put it in your moisturizer. So if you use cream in the morning or at night, you can get some rose quartz chips. Oh, that's another way that they come in, is like chips and stuff. And you can get those chips and you can put it into your moisturizer. With a moisturizer, I would probably use something a little bit larger depending on the size of your container. But something like this would be good if you have like a decent sized container. You can stick this inside your moisturizer, and you would get the healing and loving benefits from the moisturizer because of the quartz being in it. Some other beauty products that are available that people use are like rose water. And you can get chips and you can put it inside the rose water, and then you can use the spray and you would mist your face with that. You can also make your own water. You probably use rose water for it too, but you would spray it right in your vicinity. So you could put some essential oils in there, maybe some like rose essential oils. You could put the crystal, rose quartz, little chips inside of there, and you can set your intention and you can use it for that. What are some other things that you can do with it? I said meditate, beauty products. You can wear it. If you are looking for love, right, you're trying to attract a soulmate and stuff, you can definitely wear it as jewelry. So either have it on as a ring, you know, or a bracelet. And I feel like I'm missing something, and I don't know what it is, but I know, oh, candles. You can also get candles with rose quartz on it. So you can even do it with your own candle. If you have a candle, you can set an intention, and you can get rose quartz chips, and you can sprinkle it on the top of the candle, and you can light the candle with the intention that you're going to set with a rose quartz. So that's some of the things that you can use rose quartz for. You could also put it in a bath. Rose quartz, again, is water safe. So if you were to run a bath, you can take a bath and you can put the rose quartz, you know, in the corners of the bathtub. Personally, what I do is I have those little pouches. It's, I'm going to say it's like this, right? But it's more of the mesh pouches that are water safe, and I'll put my crystals in there and then I'll put them in the bath with me. You can also put like rose petals if you want to get a little fancy too into your bath, and you set the intention of whatever it is that's going to resonate you with the rose quartz. Personally too, I think the best way to work with any crystal and rose quartz is to first meditate with it, right? So hold it, you know, kind of put yourself in a quiet area and just sit with the crystal and see if you can pick up any of the energy that you feel from the crystal. A lot of the times, because we're all different and we have all different makeups and all of our energy is different. So for me, if I was really stressed out, right, I had a bad day at work, maybe a breakup, or I don't know, it's really good if you lost a loved one, and that can be anywhere from a loved one passing or a relationship. If you were to sit quietly with the rose quartz and hold it, you could feel what energy it will resonate with you, right? So again, if I was at work and I came home and I was stressed and I held this, I might find it to be very calming and very soothing. So you have to work with your crystals a little bit too, because a lot of them have so many different uses that it might work today for stress, but then tomorrow something else might happen and it might resonate with you for that. And when you set your crystals in the different areas of the house, you can also put different intentions. So for me, for my bedroom, you know, like I said, I put it and it's by my bedside, right by my head for when I sleep. It's to keep me in a more compassionate, loving, you know, state of mind. And also, you know, to bring love into my world. So that's kind of like my intention when I put my rose quartz there. The other thing when I wear it, right? So if I'm going to wear my bracelet out, depending on where I'm going, but let's say I'm going on like date night with my husband, I might wear a rose quartz so that our date and the energy is like a very loving and unconditional love, and you know, we kind of enjoy each other's company, which we do, but you know, married life, what that could be like. So anyway, anything that helps. So that's basically that for rose quartz. And I'm gonna pull a card. And if there's anybody in the room, oh, hi Lisa, how you doing? Do you have any questions about rose quartz, or do you have crystals? If you do, let me know. And I was going to do a quick reading for rose quartz, so it's going to resonate with rose quartz. So if you have a question and you would like me to do a little mini reading for you, just let me know what your question is. And while you think of that, if you want one, I'm going to just pull a random card just for anybody that comes on or that watches the replay. And it's going to be with the intention of love. So let's see. Oops. Let's see what pops out here. And there goes one flying. My cards like to jump out at me. So this is actually pretty good. It's shield yourself. And it's invoke protection to bring the situation to a speedy end. So it kind of goes really good with the rose quartz because, again, if you're an empath or you're a rescuer, you want to protect yourself, right? So you want to be able to show that person that you care about them and show them love and show them compassion, but at the same time protecting your own energy and having, again, what I called compassionate detachment, right? So you're there for the person, you love the person, you wish the best for the person, you can offer advice to the person with the understanding that some people have their own journey and their own path to go on. And they have to go on that path in order to learn the lessons that they may need to learn in life. And as much as we want to help people, sometimes we really just can't, right? They have to, at some point or another, learn how to help themselves. And all we can do is just kind of be there for them and point them in the right direction and give them the best advice that we can. And if nothing else, just let them know that we're there and that we support them. So that was actually a pretty, good card to pull, since we're talking about the rose quartz, because it does say shield yourself. So that was a good card. And then there was another one that fell out, and which is actually pretty good too, because it's purification and it's a white rose. So rose quartz like kind of resonates with rose, and that was exactly what this card was, which is kind of ironic that it popped out, but nothing really surprises me anymore when I do my cards, because synchronicity, it just happens. So this on the bottom says, by purifying your life of negative people, places, and experiences, you attain true peace. So that's something else to consider when working with rose quartz. It's good to wear as jewelry, again, whether it's rings, bracelets, pendants, whatever it might be, if you're going into a public situation. So you're going to a party, or you're going to a bar, or to a restaurant where there's going to be a lot of different energy around. Sometimes it's nice to wear a nice piece of rose quartz, because it will protect your energy while allowing other energies to come into your field, right? So there's other crystals, the darker crystals, like, I don't know, what can I say? Trying to think off the top of my head, and I don't know why I can't think of a dark crystal. Obsidian. Right? So obsidian has a lot of uses, but it also does have protection, and that's more to repel the energy, right? So if you were to go in a bar and you kind of just didn't want to be bothered and you just wanted to be left alone and there's a lot of bad energy, it would kind of keep that energy away from you, where the rose quartz will allow the energy to come to you, but also while protecting you and setting up boundaries, right? So that your energy isn't taken from you, so that you maintain it. And then when you leave, you are not left feeling drained. So it kind of depends if you want to repel that energy. And when I say negative energy, I'm talking about, like, I don't know, when you're in a situation like that sometimes, and if you're an empath or you're a risker, people are drawn to you. And when they're drawn to you, they can kind of suck a lot of energy out of you. So you want to let those people come to you, but you don't want to be left feeling drained. So rose quartz would be good for that. Also, if you were to go out and you were to, you're looking for, your soulmate or somebody, then rose quartz would be a good stone to wear. Now, let's see, I'm going to do another card, again, in case anybody watches the replay and would like to know, is your soulmate nearby? Because again, rose quartz, it's all about love, relationship love, friendship love, pet love. So we just got a card that fell. So is that's going to be the first card, right? All popping out now. Okay. Of course, they're going to get stuck, and I'm not going to be able to pick. Hold on, I got to use another card to get it, because my nails makes it really hard to pick up a card. Aw, this is nice. So, is your soulmate out there, right? Is your soulmate going to show up anytime soon? So we got two cards that came. The first one is the World, right? And the World, if you were in tarot, the World is I believe it's the last card, right? It's kind of the completion, right? But it's also the beginning. So I feel like maybe the person who this is for just came out of a relationship, okay? And they're ready to start a new relationship. And the next card that fell out is Caring Connection. So if you are looking for your soulmate, they're near. They're definitely near. And hopefully they will come to you really soon. So let's see. So for those of you that are in a relationship and maybe need some guidance, got card number one. Aw. pull one more card, because I like to pull two. So the first one that you got is Door to Romance. So if you're currently in a relationship, it might be time to kind of rekindle things, right? Maybe spark it up a little bit, which is, you know, kind of always nice given that the holidays are around. So maybe you can do something special for your loved one. Even if it's something small, you don't have to do anything big. But this card is saying, you know, it's the Door to Romance. Probably time to spice it up a little bit. Do something nice, even if it's something simple as buying flowers for your loved one, cooking dinner, especially, you know, besides it being a special occasion, just having a nice dinner. And if you do that, I think it's going to definitely help your relationship. So those are for the people that are in a current relationship. Now, how about for those of you that are out there watching and you want to know about self-love, right? So what can you do if you need a little bit of self-love? I think I'm going to use these cards for that. Let's see what they say. So you're not really looking for a relationship. You're kind of looking for healing on yourself. What do you need to know? That's going to be the question. Let's do another one. All right, nothing's not popping out. And do I need a different deck for my second card? Yep, let's try this one. I kind of just go, look at that. Oh, this is why I always trust my intuition. So the first card that we got, and it was upside down, peace. So it was like this, which is in reverse. So what that means is you're probably feeling like you don't have peace in your life right now, right? So everything might be a little bit chaotic. You're stressed. There's anxiety going on. It's just, there's not peace within inside yourself, right? Maybe a little anxious. And it seems that you need to figure out your worth, okay? So you need to realize that you are of value, right? And you need to accept rose quartz too. You need to accept the imperfections of yourself. You need to accept them and you need to realize them. And nobody's perfect. So you need to know your sense of worth, right? And you need to be at peace with some of your imperfections. Because not everybody is perfect and everybody is valuable, and you just need to find that within yourself. Rose quartz can help you with that. So if that's how you're feeling, if you were to get a piece of rose quartz, even if it was a really large piece, because it feels so nice to hold, you can hold it near your heart and you can meditate for a little bit and kind of release all the emotional stress and all the you know, baggage that might have built up over the course of time, because we always have it. We all have it, I mean. And to kind of be a little bit less judgmental of yourself and a little bit more forgiving. So there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you learned, you know, a little bit more about rose quartz. And if there's other crystals that you would like me to do and that you would like to learn, by all means, mention them in the comments below. And I will be posting a blog on rose quartz, so you can check out my website, zenfulplace.com, where you can also book readings if you wish. But the blog itself should be up. We're getting into the holidays, but it should be up by this weekend. I might even try to get it up tonight or tomorrow night. But anyway, thank you for joining me. And if you don't see that live button, you are watching the replay, and I would love to hear your comments below. If you have a crystal collection, if so, is rose quartz part of it? And what do you use your rose quartz for? Have a great day. I'll see you next time.